How Ukraine shields its weapons production from Russian missile strikes. Ukraine is gradually shifting part of its defense industry abroad, particularly to NATO member states, where Russian missiles cannot easily reach. This relocation marks a strategic adaptation to ensure the continuity of weapons manufacturing despite ongoing hostilities. Denmark becomes the first host country in early September. Denmark announced that Firepoint, a Ukrainian defense company, would move part of its production line to Danish territory. The decision is part of the Build for Ukraine initiative, funded with more than $50 million from Denmark to support Ukrainian defense enterprises. Under the plan, Firepoint will begin producing rocket fuel in Denmark to meet Ukraine's defense needs. The company is already well known for its tactical missiles and advanced drone systems. Meanwhile, other Ukrainian firms continue operating at home, manufacturing artillery, rockets, UAVs, and other critical weapons. The move allows Ukrainian firms to escape the constant burden of hiding or dispersing production facilities to avoid Russian strikes. It also opens new doors for collaboration with European defense companies. Danish Defense Minister Troels Lund Poulsen stressed the benefits clearly. Weapons production for Ukraine will no longer be disrupted by Russian attacks. The contrast with conditions inside Ukraine is stark. Defense factories there, such as the Malyshev plant responsible for producing tanks, have repeatedly suffered from missile strikes. Although production often resumes after repairs, these disruptions cause serious delays. By relocating production to Europe, the threat of direct Russian attacks is virtually eliminated, since striking NATO territory is highly unlikely. Strategic gains for Denmark. Denmark also views the arrangement as a strategic advantage. Danish Industry Minister Morten Bodskov highlighted that cooperation with Ukraine provides access to battlefield-tested technologies and innovation that Western firms seldom encounter. In this sense, supporting Ukraine is not just an act of solidarity, but also an investment in strengthening Denmark's own defense industry. Challenges of domestic production in Ukraine. According to Serhiy Goncharov, director of the National Association of Defense Industries of Ukraine, NUD, which represents around 100 companies, moving some production abroad is a necessary strategic step. Within Ukraine, firms have been forced to scatter operations into 10 to 15 smaller sites, each employing only a few dozen workers. This reduces the risk of catastrophic loss from a single strike, but greatly complicates logistics and efficiency. For example, Himera, a company specializing in secure communication systems, must split manufacturing and storage across several different locations. While this dispersal reduces vulnerability, it is costly and slows production capacity. Losing machinery or personnel during an attack can delay projects for months, jeopardizing crucial contracts and weakening Ukraine's defense readiness. A long-term partnership. Denmark's support reflects not only obligation, but also opportunity. Minister Poulsen has expressed his desire for Danish firms to learn from their Ukrainian counterparts, who have been forced to innovate quickly under extreme wartime conditions. NATO officials likewise recognize Ukraine's remarkable ability to expand production in a short time and have encouraged Western companies to study this model. For Ukraine, the Build for Ukraine initiative ensures a more stable short-term supply of weapons while paving the way for long-term integration into Europe's defense sector. Kyiv wants to show it is not merely dependent on foreign aid, but also capable of contributing knowledge, technologies, and frontline experience to Europe's collective security. As Goncharov emphasized, Ukraine does not just need support, it can be a genuine partner for Europe in defense, both today and in the future. Word count, 533. Would you like me to make this version more formal and report-like, closer to a news article, or more analytical, closer to a policy brief?